Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Health Matters with Dr. Shritama Banerjee. Today, I shall be talking regarding a very important thing in our life sleep. I shall be giving you advice as to how to improve your sleep quality, quantity, and in other words, I shall be talking about how to treat insomnia, that is, lack of sleep. Now, there are two types of treatments for insomnia, the non pharmacological and the pharmacological. The pharmacological treatment of insomnia means talking about the medicines or the drugs which the patient of insomnia will have to consume in order to improve the sleep quality. However, it is not wise to advise drugs for insomnia treatment over YouTube. So, in case you think you need any medication, you can contact me directly. Here, today, I shall be discussing about the non pharmacological ways to cure insomnia and ways to improve sleep quality and quantity. Coming to the very first point, you have to avoid taking afternoon naps. That is, you have to stop sleeping in the afternoon. And there are certain patients who come to us and say that we really feel very tired and lethargic and we cannot concentrate on any work during the evening if we don't sleep for some time in the afternoon. In that case, the maximum amount of time you can sleep for in the afternoon is around 30 minutes, maximum 45 minutes, not more than that. In that case, you will really feel tired and sleepy during the night, and that will lead to end of your insomnia. Second point, you have to maintain a regular routine for your sleep. You have to go to sleep at the same time each day, that is each night, and you have to wake up at the same time each day. Same time for sleep at night, same time for awakening in the morning, and of course, there's a very important and very popular saying that early to bed and early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, and wise. So, that is obviously the better. And the more you listen to all these sayings, the better. However, you have to maintain a strict routine for going to sleep and awakening. So, the brain at that time, the neural system, the nervous system, and the brain comes to know that here, this is the time for me to go to sleep. And automatically, around that time, you will start feeling sleepy at the time when it is usually time for you to go to sleep. So, very important to maintain a routine. Now, the room where you go to sleep, that is the bedroom, it has to be a little bit cooler. The temperature has to be a little bit lesser. It must not be hot, must not be humid. There must not be mosquitoes or flies or mites, dust mites, and everything. It has to be clean, it has to be cool, and it has to be calm. Secondly, very important, especially nowadays, that you have to leave your mobile phone or your tablet or your laptop around 1 hour before you go to sleep. Why? Because all these electronic devices emanate a blue light which excites the brain, stimulates the brain, and makes it difficult to fall asleep. So you have to avoid the use of electronic gadgets at least 1 hour before you go to sleep. Sounds difficult, but it has to be done. Coming to the next point, your bed must not be used for any other thing apart from going to sleep. You must not study, you must not eat or do any other work on your bed. That is, your bed has to be used only for your sleep. Then the brain will realize that this is the place, this is the bed where when I go there, I'm supposed to sleep and do nothing else. There will be the programming in the brain, and then the brain will be ready to fall asleep as soon as you go to sleep on your bed. Next, you have to eat light dinner because it's very difficult to fall asleep if you have a heavy dinner, if you have too much of uh, any stimulating substance, for example, tea, coffee, any substance which has caffeine. Also, cold drinks also have caffeine. All these things are stimulating, and you mustn't have them, especially during the evening, late evening. You mustn't have them. And you must not take any heavy meal at night. Also, there's a saying known as eat like a king at breakfast, eat like a minister at lunch, and eat like a pauper at night. That is, you must have a heavy breakfast, a moderate lunch, and a very light dinner. So that will help you go to sleep. Coming to the next point, very important. If you feel like it, you must always go to the washroom and evacuate your bladder before going to sleep so that as soon as you feel like you want to fall asleep, you don't have to wake up and go for evacuating your bladder. That is going to definitely cause a disturbance in the sleep. So you have to evacuate your bladder if you feel like it, of course, before going to sleep. Coming to the next point, you have to stay active. You have to do regular exercise. Then your body will be physically tired and but you mustn't do very heavy exercise during the late evenings. Latest by the early evenings, you must complete all your exercise so the body gets to know that your sleep wake cycle. This is how it works. The biological clock of the body works properly in that case. And also, one important thing, you must go to sleep only around 1 to 1.5 hours after having dinner, not before that. That helps in your digestion and that also helps in proper sleep and also in your metabolism. So it helps you to remain fit and fine and not get overweight. Then you can drink 1 glass of milk before going to sleep. This will definitely help you to fall asleep easier because milk contains a substance known as tryptophan, which helps you to fall asleep. Then, bedroom should be properly lighted, but the lights should be dim light. And there mustn't be any mosquitoes, as I said earlier, too. The bedroom should be hygienic, cool, little bit temperature should be lower, and it should be calm, and it should be in a location where there is not too much of excessive noise coming from the outside. Like if your house is just on the side of a busy road, then you have to keep your bedroom towards the inside um, so that there is not much traffic noise, excess noise to disturb your sleep. Then, before going to sleep, if you have insomnia, then you should find ways to relax. You should listen to calm music, to relaxing music. You can listen to spiritual music. You can listen to some nice, country songs or any light songs, which is not too much of exciting. Then that will help you definitely to relax and fall asleep better. You can read some good book, not thriller or horror stories, of course, but fantasy or whatever makes you relaxed. All these kinds of books you can read. And certain clinicians also suggest taking a bath in lukewarm water before going to sleep. That can also help in falling asleep faster. One very important way of relaxation is suggested for helping you to fall asleep, and that is known as mindfulness. That's a kind of meditation, and mindfulness means you close your eyes, sit still, sit straight, sit still, and close your eyes, and then you take deep breath in and out, inhale and exhale deeply, and you concentrate on your breath, and you think that you're watching your breath. You watch your breath with your mind, and then you, as you get relaxed, you will realize that there are millions and thousands of thoughts which are crossing your brain at that time as you're watching the breath. But there might be some thoughts which are coming to your brain which you want to uh, react on, or you react unconsciously to that. You remember something, some bad memory, and you get angry. So these are natural reactions that our brain is going to produce as you're watching your breath, and unconsciously a lot of thoughts are coming to your brain. But uh, mindfulness means non-judgmental watching of the breath, and non-judgmental watching of your mind, of your thoughts. So as soon as these thoughts come to your brain, you must not react to them. You must not react both externally as well as internally. That is, you will watch your breath, and you will watch your thoughts running, and whatever kind of thoughts come to your brain, you will not react. You will not react externally. That is, you will not get angry, or you will not say anything, or you will not you will not react angrily or anything, or sad thoughts come to you, you will not get depressed. uh, you will just watch that thought, and gradually, as you master this technique, these kind of negative thoughts, these kind of thoughts, any kind of thoughts will gradually, lesser amount of thoughts, lesser number of thoughts will come to your brain. So this is called as mindfulness, and this is a very important way of relaxation. And as you know, as you get relaxed, obviously it will help you to fall asleep, and this will be a good cure for insomnia. And coming to the last point, which is very important, that is, if you find that you are finding it difficult to fall asleep, and you are there in bed for the last 20 to 30 minutes and you can't fall asleep, and you get irritated, so in that case, I will suggest that you stop trying to fall asleep. You stop getting irritated. If you can't fall asleep, you remain in bed maximum for 15, maximum 20 minutes. After that, if you don't fall asleep, you get out of bed and you go to another room, switch on the light, and listen to some calm music, or read some good book, or try mindful meditation, as I just mentioned. You try consciously relaxing techniques rather than sleeping in the bed and thinking about why am I not falling asleep, and what is wrong with me, and oh my god, what am I going to do if I feel so tired next day, I'm not going to be able to sleep, how will I do my work next day? Don't do all that. Just get up from your bed, remain for 15 to 20 minutes. Still, if you can't fall asleep, it's fine, it's perfectly fine. You go out of bed, go to another room, switch on the light, and do whatever you feel like it. Do something which is relaxing, and after that, you will naturally feel sleepy after some time. After that, you can very well go to your bed and sleep. So don't get stressed out, don't get nervous about insomnia. These are all relaxing techniques, and I'm sure these will help you very much. And I shall be back again with another video very soon. Till that time, bye bye and stay safe.